the Cycle Hub cafe and repair shop, I suppose you could call it. We're a fully functional cafe, but we also do bike repairs and bike repairs as well. Every year in June, there's a festival of cycling, which is based here, and takes rides up into Northumberland as well, called the Cyclone Festival. And throughout the year, most weekends, there's something going on in the region with cyclists involved. And every Saturday, there's a social ride from here as well to encourage beginners into cycling as well. There's a company next door who organise like cycling holidays. So you go away for 2 or 3 weeks with them to Italy or South Africa or something, and you ride bikes for 2 weeks basically, and they organise it all. And I think they helped set this up, and it just allows them to increase the profile of cycling even more in the northeast and create a bit of a reputation for it. And hence why we've got the workshop here, and we repair people's bikes, or we hire bikes out. We just do everything we can really to increase the profile of cycling. So that's the all about the bike.
Have you ever heard of shared bike?
As in like Mobike and that kind of thing. Yeah, I used it quite regularly.
Oh, really?
Until it got taken. Well, Mobike got taken out of Newcastle.
Yeah.
But I used to use it quite regularly. I was just to get around in town. It was easy. It was quite cheap, and you can leave it where you want. So yeah, I like Mobike. It's much more convenient because you're not obliged to keep it for a certain amount of time. You can keep it for as long as you want, and you can leave it where you want as well. So I much prefer Mobike to a hire bike. If you're paying £1.20 for however long it was, you can't really complain, I don't think. I like it. I've ridden since I was about 14, and I suppose I do it for enjoyment also, but I do race my bike as well occasionally. But with my school studies recently, I've not been able to as much, but I do try and train and race my bike. It can be quite an expensive sport to get into. Buying a bike, even the lowest end, it's still £100 or £200. So I would say it does restrict some people's access to the sport because it's so expensive. But then that's why I think things like Mobike are so good, because anyone can access it. I do think Mobike definitely helped a lot of people who'd never considered cycling around the city get into it. So maybe that will happen in the future, yeah. But it was a bit of a shame to see them leave. It was.
What do you think about riding bicycle in Newcastle?
It can be quite scary in Newcastle because I don't think the cycling infrastructure is very good. I don't think the bike lanes are very good. I don't think cyclists are a priority. I think cars and lorries have the priority, so it can be quite scary. But as long as you're confident and you know the rules of the road and you respect the rules of the road, it's okay. But it can be quite scary at times. There's lots of places to park your bike, but I'm not sure they're particularly safe for your bike. I think there's quite a high risk of it being stolen, especially if it's a nice bike. But there are lots of places. But I generally bring my bike into work and leave it here, so it's safe.
So have you ever experienced a bike theft?
I've not had one stolen myself, but I know plenty of people, not really in the city centre, but often people break into garages and steal a whole collection of bikes from people's houses. I've known 2 or 3 friends have had that happen to them.